Our good friend, the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, is a friend of AI. And here's why I think so. He likes to leverage technology like artificial intelligence in order for the Federal Reserve to improve and be more efficient at what they do. And most importantly, it helps him predict where potential economic factors could take us. When it comes to actually leveraging AI in the Federal Reserve, he's probably not using it to the scale as most people are, because you have to remember they are some sort of institution, and at that level, you're not really moving as quickly as individual companies or entrepreneurs. For example, if I'm an entrepreneur, I can start using the newest technology today. If it comes out this morning, by this afternoon, I could already start doing something in my business with that technology. Now, it doesn't mean that it's proven or that it's tested or all these different things, but I can start playing around with it and seeing what I can do in order to make my business more efficient. Now, I believe Jerome Powell is a big fan of artificial intelligence. And I think that one of the things that are on his mind and on the Federal Reserve's mind is, where is this technology going to take us? Is it going to be employment enabling or employment enhancing? What does that mean? Well, it means that technology like this, artificial intelligence, could potentially provide more jobs, or it could provide employees with the ability to work more efficiently, or is it going to eventually replace workers completely? And the reason that I think that he is a fan of it is because one primary economic factor that we look at is jobs, right? So employment labor, so people who are able to perform these jobs, laborers, and then we also have the availability of jobs. What does the job supply look like? And so those are key factors that he looks at. And I think that he's a fan of AI because at the end of the day, everybody thought it was going to replace labor. Everybody thought that, oh, the robots are taking over and it's going to replace this job. And all of a sudden we don't need this guy and we don't need this girl, and all these employees are getting replaced using AI. Well, that's actually not true. Eventually we might get to the point where AI has completely replaced an entire organization or entire team of people. But for right now, it's simply making workers more efficient, and that's actually good for a capitalist economy because it enhances competition. So competition generally always has a positive effect on the performance of businesses and the performance of an economy. Why do we want competition in our businesses? Well, if there's a monopoly and there's just one business providing whatever product or service it is, and that's it, there's nobody else doing that, well, that puts us in a really weird position, because who's to say that they're not allowed to charge a certain rate? If they want to charge, let's say something costs them $1 an hour to do, if they want to charge $10,000 an hour to do it, they're free to do so. You know why? Because there's nobody to say anything. There's nobody else that's willing to do it for $5,000. So competition is actually a healthy thing. If we have competition, then a competitor figures out, okay, maybe I'm not as efficient as this original company. Maybe I'm not doing this, and maybe it doesn't cost me $1 to do this, but maybe I can make it happen for $100. But I'm willing to provide this service to clients for $1,000. So instead of $10,000, I could do it 90% off for $1,000. And actually, a lot of really, really successful businesses are born exactly that way. I've talked to many people that have been able to provide a service for a very, very extremely low cost to people. And when they undercut the market like that, it literally revolutionizes what's going on in the economy and in that specific industry. Now, with that being said, we're talking about pretty short-term effects here, right? Because in the future, let's say for the next year, 2 years, or even maybe 3 or 4 years, we have this effect that we're seeing on the job market. So artificial intelligence is coming in. Let's say I had 10 people providing some sort of support role, right? They were doing research or customer service, whatever it is. Now I can replace those 10 people with one AI tool. And that AI tool is probably going to have to be managed by 1 or 2 people, right? So I've basically eliminated a lot of the workforce and I've replaced them with AI. Well, you might think, oh, Austin, you just said that we're not replacing AI workers, or we're not replacing workers with AI. What does that have to do with this? We can take that technology and make these workers more efficient. So now the people who know how to operate AI, those other workers, the other 8 or 9 that got removed from this role, can now provide a more valuable role. So it creates some sort of competition, almost like a competition between humans and AI, where oh, AI can do this really quickly. Well, I better learn how to leverage AI so that I can also perform tasks quickly. I can also become more efficient. I can provide that service more affordably to my customers. So if two companies are competing, one of them is using AI, the other one isn't, the company that's using AI is probably able to provide that service for cheaper, and it costs them less, so they're more profitable and more advanced than their counterpart that isn't using AI. And so that right there is competition. All of a sudden, this company that's not using AI is going to be forced into using artificial intelligence and potentially hiring more skilled workers or helping their workers become more sophisticated or developed, or hire people who already are in order to take things to the next level when it comes to leveraging AI in their business. Because at the end of the day, it's going to make companies more affordable to run. They're not going to be as expensive to operate, and they're going to be more profitable. So they're going to have more money to hire more skilled workers. But again, there's a little caveat. Those workers are also going to have to take responsibility and become better at what they do. Otherwise, they might be in a situation where AI is replacing their role. So I don't believe that everybody's going to be replaced by AI. I think that eventually that's a possibility, but right now with the state of AI, the people who are winning are the people who learned how to leverage AI in some capacity in their business. And so if you're a worker or you're an employee right now or an entrepreneur, by the way, I'm still doing this because guess what? I'm an entrepreneur. But there are competitors out there. There are other companies that are literally competing for the same market share that I'm competing for. And so how can I make sure that I'm getting that market share and not them? What are they doing? Well, they're leveraging AI. Okay, so I need to learn how to use AI faster than them. I need to learn how to use AI in more ways than they're using AI. I need to learn how to train my team how to use AI. The faster we can learn this new technology and leverage it to make ourselves more profitable, the more likely I am to take over market share. And maybe now I can provide my service for cheaper, or maybe now I can provide my service faster. One thing that I learned is that companies, they will pay a premium price in order to have things done faster. So the easiest thing that you can do, the easiest change you can make in your business is find a way to deliver it faster using AI. And so if you're a worker or you're an entrepreneur and you don't know where to use AI, find a way to use AI to make your process faster. It doesn't have to be easier, doesn't have to require any less labor from you, but if you can just shorten that time frame from when a customer comes to you, pays you for a product, and the time between you delivering that product, if you can shorten that time frame, that's going to make one of the biggest differences. And that right there is, I mean, of course, without sacrificing quality. I think we need to caveat that because you don't want to sacrifice quality. If it's just, a similar quality, but you're able to provide it significantly faster, that's going to make a huge difference. And that will make you stand out in and of itself. That alone right there is enough to make market share switch over to you because you can get it done in 24 hours while everybody else takes 7 days. That right there is a differentiator. That right there is competition, and it's going to force also your competitors to try and do the same thing, which of course, if they use AI properly, they'll be able to do that. But my recommendation is take a look at your business, find things that you can deliver faster, and find a way to use AI to do that. And then Jerome Powell is definitely going to see the effects of that on our economy. And he's also going to see the long-term effects of artificial intelligence and all this new technology that's equipping businesses to take things to the next level. Alrighty guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.